I love therapy. My therapist said your soul is knotted up in this area. Specifically for me, it's when I try to impose any kind of structure in life. I have rebelled against authority as hard as I can, always bucked off anyone that tried to put me into anything I didn't want to be put into. So when it came time for me as a man to impose restrictions, to impose structure, to impose discipline on myself, moderation, I feel very underdeveloped in this area, right? There's so many times where I say I'm not going to do something and then I go and do it. Or I tell myself I'm going to go do that, I need to do that, and then I don't do it. So when he gave this image of like a knot, me trying to work harder and apply more pressure and do more and just is like just it's there's a knot here still. So even if you try harder and you're not fixing the knot. And so this knot in my soul, he's gone to like a hey, we need to relieve pressure. We need to not try harder, essentially. We need to understand this from a different perspective. We need to reevaluate how we're looking at this, right? You have a knot, it's a big deal. When you're repelling something so big and when there's an abnormal reaction to a normal situation, there's likely a knot in your soul, right? The way that he's advised me to go about this is one, relieve pressure, right? It's hard to come out of guilt and shame. Two, he actually helped me see this from a perspective. He said, I was thinking like a structure, like what if I'm just a free flowy person? Like maybe the reason I can't impose this on myself, or I'm not being structured in a calendar and doing the morning routine, I feel like I want to do is because like I'm just such a free flowy person and I'm such a unstructured, carefree artist, poet, musician type that's just like flowy and creative and whiteboardy, flow charts and mind maps. Like that's just me, hectic. And he said, well, is it a decision to not be structured? I said, well, when you make the decision to be structured, how does that go? And it's like, I don't know. I make the decision and then it doesn't happen. I don't do it. He's like, so when you make the decision, you can't bring yourself to do it. Meaning like you being not structured isn't a decision. It's kind of like a default. It's a fallback because you can't do the other. It'd be different if I have wanted to and been structured and been not structured and decided I like this area right here where I'm this much, or I like being over here because this is what I find best for XYZ and this is just how I'm built, versus I've been here all my life and I want to be here. I just want to see even what that's like and I just can't do it. I can't impose the structure. I put a calendar and then I don't do it. I say I'm going to do an alarm with a morning routine and a time wake up and this and a workout and I don't do it. I literally have tried for so long, so hard. I remember looking at like a recording of myself from over 5 years ago. I think I was 18 years old. I'm 24 now. Where I said the exact same words I had just said to a friend like minutes ago. And it scared the crap out of me because I was saying the same thing here like 6 years later. So he said, relieve the pressure, right? You can't do this from guilt and shame. Practically, what this looks like is when you follow through on a promise you make to yourself, you stick to your word. When you do what you say you're going to do, how does it feel? What is driving you? What are the emotions inside? What are the thoughts surrounding it? Second, when you fail to do that, when you miss the mark, how are you feeling? When you're working towards that and you're thinking about giving up on that, what are your emotions? What's driving you? What are the thoughts surrounding it? So instead of like, I'm like, let go, look, observe, consider, no shame, no guilt, just unfiltered, unbiased. Like, let's just look at this with curiosity. So that's how I'm going about that. It was awesome. I have recorded, I think, every single one of my therapy sessions the past like 3-4 years. I feel like that's one of those things I don't mind putting out there. I just haven't pulled the trigger on yet to release and share that. Doesn't feel like the right time yet. Other than that, got a lot of work done today. I was super stoked about that. Was helping someone with their cleaning business, which is cool. I enjoy that. Giving them our CRM and kind of how we run things operationally. And then played and then therapy, and then played disc golf. Super fun. Really, really enjoyed disc golf. I'm figuring out like hyzer flips. I'm really liking throwing understable discs. I've got 4 leopards. I just lost one of my leopards today. Unlucky kick into the water, but all of them fly so different because they're lighter or heavier than one another, and they're so in different plastic. I don't know how much of an impact that is, but some are beat in and some are like almost new. So it's so strange. Like, and I can understand why people can take like multiple of the same mold, I guess, disc, but they have it beat in to different extents and they keep that in their bag. But I'm really liking throwing like hyzer flip understable discs. Watched like the urban disc golf whatever and was like, dude, we gotta like, I love that idea. We should do something similar to that where we make videos of playing disc golf in weird places. Like, I feel like we would just kill. So, and like if we have 5 people playing, we'll play 5 holes and each one of us edits the video like differently, like that hole differently. I feel like it'd just be cool. So yep. And like maybe we can do like, you know, somebody gets a buy, like, you know, you only play 4 out of the 5 rounds because that way you can be cameraman. Yeah, anyways, I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be super stoked. So super stoked to do that. But yeah, nothing crazy. But anyways, I'll give you guys an update on how things are going tomorrow. I'm gonna read some. I'm tired. It is 8:15 and I'm tired. So I might knock out. Love you guys. See you soon.